We're the Singh Twins, we're contemporary British artists, and we're standing in front of one of our works called EnTWINed. The painting reinterprets two historical paintings by O'Neill, which represent the Indian Mutiny of 1857. Our work actually reinterprets that event to look at that historical occasion from an Indian perspective. In the O'Neill painting, the heroes of the painting are the British soldiers returning from the Indian Mutiny to Britain. In our painting, the heroes are all Indian figures, and they largely represent people throughout history, both during the mutiny, prior to and afterwards, who were the freedom fighters of India. Another inspiration is our own personal history, so we also have represented in the ship members of our own family, our grandmother and our father, who came to England actually after the partition of India in 1947, and that actually disembarked from the same dock that the O'Neill paintings are showing. The painting also looks at the impact of empire in terms of modern day life and culture. So, for example, we have a figure of Madonna here who's showing off her hand with henna on there, and that's really a statement about sort of cultural ownership and the way in which, if you like, that many aspects of Indian culture as a result of migration have impacted on Western culture itself. It's sort of showing that transition, I guess, from the Rule Britannia of empire to the Cool Britannia of modern day multicultural Britain. Other aspects of the work look at how language, for example, Indian language specifically, has been appropriated within the British language, and that of course is a direct consequence of empire. So it's really looking at the hidden connections, if you like, that people aren't aware of between British identity and Indian identity and that shared heritage that we have. Issues of empire affect politics today as well, and the way that politics is carried out. So within our painting, we have looked at how, if you like, the rhetoric of empire is something that has continued on from the days of the British Raj. If you like, the same justifications for empire are used. We use watercolour-based paints and work with very fine, small paintbrushes in a style which is known as miniature painting, which is very traditional in India, but also you have a Western counterpart, which is the medieval manuscript tradition. It's very much about building up layers within the painting to achieve the overall detail. We very much see our work as part of the British contemporary art scene and the lineage of British art, and that's because I think we've developed the miniature style in such a way that it's no longer purely that tradition. But also we're dealing with very contemporary social, political, cultural issues in our work. So in a sense, the commentary that we have in our work is what makes us the artists that we are, more so than the style that we feel. And we sort of term our work as past modern, which is something that brings together traditions of the past and elements of modern expression, but also trying to make a statement about how those traditions have a relevance for today and are not something that are, sort of backward or outdated.